100 years, we've met them on every sporting battlefield. The young nation against the mother country. It's time to challenge them once more as Australia meets England in the Gladiator Ashes.
Welcome to a special series of the Gladiators, the Ashes. And here they are, Lightning, Condor, Rhino, Delta, Vogue, Taipan, Hunter, Storm, Nightshade, Vulcan, Wolf and Blade, Jet, Hammer, Warrior and Cheetah. Over the next 3 weeks, a combination of Australian and British gladiators take on 2 men and 2 women challengers from both countries. If one country wins both male and female finals, that nation takes home the Ashes. Please welcome Britain's John Fashanu and our own Kimberly Joseph.
Good evening and welcome to a very special edition of Gladiators, and a warm welcome to you, John Fashanu, host of the British Gladiators.
Thank you very much, Kimberly. And can I say, first of all, to all you Aussies watching out there, good day.
There is an amazing buzz in the arena tonight, and rightly so, because this is the first ever Ashes series of Gladiators.
That's right, and tonight's show promises to be very, very explosive. We've got the best challengers from Australia facing the best of us British challengers.
That's right, and they will be taking on a combined team of gladiators from both countries.
Now let's meet the people that matter. From Australia, Kerry Woolman. And from the UK, Karen Sampey.
27-year-old Kerry was a quarter-finalist in our last Gladiator series. The lanky librarian from Brisbane likes nothing more than pounding her punching bag. Karen's a 21-year-old student from Yorkshire. She's a champion gymnast with a weakness for junk food. And while she's in Australia, Karen wants to hit the beaches and go surfing.
Please welcome Kerry and Karen. Come on, girls.
Welcome, Karen. Welcome to Australia.
Thanks very much. Having a lovely time here.
That's great. Now, are you enjoying it so far?
Absolutely, yeah. I've just met everyone. All the Australians are brilliant out here. I'm having a really good time.
Now, you're only 21. You're a student at university. What are you studying?
I'm studying sports science at Leeds Metropolitan University.
We hope you're ready for the challenge here tonight. It's going to be a big one. I think you'll agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Now, Kerry, are you feeling nervous?
No, it's actually really exciting. You guys look really great out there tonight.
Well, let me tell you something which, yeah, they appreciate that. Well, let me tell you something which we hope won't make you too nervous. You do realise that our challengers are the best. Before they even got onto Gladiators, we saw 25,000 people.
It took you that long to find someone that good to send over to see us?
Aha! Yes, 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 you will do well. Auga!
And now, let's bring on our male challengers for the evening. From the UK, Phil Campbell, and from Australia, David Wallace.
Remember 29-year-old David? He was runner-up in last week's final of Gladiators. A tour director and Sydney surfer, he only trains once a week. His ambition is to be happily married. And 34-year-old Phil was in the Royal Navy. He's now a cable TV salesman from Southampton. He loves rugby and Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Phil and David.
Come on, guys! Okay, now, Dave, before we start, us British, we have this view about what people look like from different parts of the world. The French with their onions, the Australians with their surfboards, and I'm afraid you do look like a surfer. Please tell me you're not.
I'm afraid, Fash, I am the true epitome of the Aussie surfy boy.
Really? There you are. Yeah. Great stuff. Wish you all the best.
Okay, now Phil, welcome to Australia.
Thanks so much. It's lovely to be here.
I bet it is. We're pleased to have you here as well. Are you ready for the challenge?
Yeah, I certainly am. Looking forward to it.
Now tell me, you're supposed to have your Gladiators cap on, but this one says Ninex. What's that?
Oh, it's the company I work for. It's a cable TV company.
Okay, so they gave you time off work to come over here.
Yeah, they certainly did. Yeah, I've got a couple of weeks off. It's very nice too.
Now, I understand this isn't your first time in Australia.
No, it's about 15 years ago. I was in the Navy at the time when we sailed in. We had a couple of days here. It was great.
All right, well, all the best to you tonight. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Let's hear it for Phil and David. OK, as the challengers get themselves ready, the Gladiators are always ready. As they said in the Roman times, let the games begin.
It's British Gladiator up against Aussie Challenger and vice versa as we go into our first game.
Pyramid. 60 seconds to get to the top. The first to hit the button gets 10 points.
First up the pyramid is Kerry from Australia and Karen from the UK. And trying to stop them are our Gladiators Vogue from the UK and Cheetah from Australia.
Cheetah and Kieran, that should be a very interesting matchup. Height and weight looks pretty close. Whereas on the other side, Kerry and Vogue, well, Kerry's a heavier and a taller athlete. She might have the advantage.
And over to our lead referee for this game, John Anderson.
John Anderson, current British Olympic team coach. Tonight's international rules have been agreed on by both countries. This is how the Ashes works. 2 weeks of heats, the third week the final, and for a country to win the Ashes, you must have a male and female champion at the end. And here we go with the first game of the Ashes. Kerry and Vogue on the left, Karen and Cheetah on the right. Can Kerry get away from Vogue? Oh, beautiful tackle there by Cheetah, good work. Oh, look at this, Kerry's got away from Vogue. Vogue didn't get too high up, but she's got her right on the top. And look at this, Karen's got up there, she's got 10. Oh, what happened there? Cheetah released her, and she got up the side. Now it's all up to Kerry to try and get the 5 points remaining. Vogue just holding her up there. Good work, Vogue. She's not giving her a chance to move at all. Kerry now looking for the opportunity. Can she push her away? Maybe she might come down the bottom. No, she's away. But she didn't get much of a chance. Vogue is right on her tail. She's not going to let her loose this time like she did a few seconds ago. Kerry still trying to get away. Can she large up there? Yes, she's got 5 points for Australia. This is a great start for the Ashes. Fantastic competition. Well, there it is. Karen is just too quick on her feet, and she manages to get the 10 points for Great Britain. First up, a great effort by Kerry. She lunges, touches the button. 5 points for herself and her country.
Karen, what a start to the Battle of the Ashes. 10 points.
Yeah, I'm really pleased about that. I thought if I don't get at the top the first time, I'll be too tired and I'll not be able to do it.
Kerry, you'd certainly be happy with that.
I certainly am. I didn't want to have to climb all the way up there for nothing, that's for certain.
Well, England's opened up an early lead over Australia. 10 points to Karen, 5 to Kerry.
I was representing myself in the first series, but now it's the Ashes. You're carrying your whole country on your back. It's just the best feeling.
OK, the girls have just shown us the way to the top of the pyramid. So let's have a look how the boys get on. At the base of the pyramid, from Great Britain is Phil. And from Australia, it's David. At the top of the pyramid, they're going to be facing, from Australia, the mighty Hammer. And from Great Britain, the awesome Warrior.
It's the same old story for David. They're always bigger and heavier, but this guy, he's huge. And Phil comes up against the seasoned Hammer, 5'11" to 6'2", 82 kilos to 96.
Contenders, ready!
What a fantastic game the women's pyramid was. Let's see if the guys can make it just as exciting. Oh, the Ashes is great competition. Country versus country and competitor versus gladiator. We've got Phil and Hammer on the left. We've got David and Warrior on the right. They swap over now. Can David get away? Yes, he has for Warrior. Warrior's gone over the top. David's gone up to the top. He's got the 10 points for Australia. What a great start for David. Let's have a look now what's happening with Phil and Hammer. Hammer's got Phil down there. He's trying to get away. Hammer's lost his helmet. Whistles blow. Game's to stop now while Hammer can put his helmet back on. And we'll restart again very shortly. A fantastic start there for David, getting the 10 points. 5 points left on offer. Let's see if Phil can do it. Hammer right there waiting for Phil. Phil throws Hammer, but he holds on. Brings him down to the bottom. Up goes Hammer again. Doesn't go up too far. He won't give Phil much of a chance. Good tactics here from Hammer. Another beautiful tackle. He brings Phil all the way down to the bottom once more.
Get up in,
Precious time being wasted. He's being told to get off, and he does now. Here goes Phil again. Can he get up there for the 5? Tries to get to the other side, but the whistle blows. Oh, late tackle from Hammer. Oh, we'll see if the referees have got anything to say about that one. Real David and Goliath stuff here. The lightweight ducks, the heavyweight goes over the top, and David gets up there for 10 points. How do you feel, mate? And watch this tackle from Hammer. How do you feel, Phil?
You know, Hammer has one heck of a reputation. I mean, when he hits you, you don't get up. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, he hits hard, but I got up.
David, they were the fastest 10 points I think anybody in Gladiators has ever seen.
Well, it's no secret, it was the fear of God. I just thought if he got a hold of me, I was history. So I just had to outmaneuver him, and that was all I did. Just go.
Warrior, now I know normally the pyramid is not your game, but you've got to be a little bit disappointed with yourself.
John, I'm absolutely disgusted with the performance. Could I have a really big boo from all the crowd because I deserve it? Thank you. Big boo, please. Thank you, because I deserve it.
No boost for the Aussie battler. David 10, England yet to score.
Well, John, the Ashes are up for grabs as our Aussie challengers take on the British Gladiators.
That's right, while our challengers try to stay up there against the Gladiators from down under. Next up, Hang Tough and the Wolfman.
A little piece of advice for you challengers. When you come out there and you meet me, pretend you're hurt. Get out the arena fast. Because as long as you're there, the more pain you're going to get from me.
The Ashes.
Mixed run on the first series, but the Ashes is a chance for me to show you my best.
It's a chance for a challenger to take a swing at a gladiator.
Hang tough. 60 seconds to get past the attacking gladiator. 10 points if you make it.
And the first up from Australia is Kerry. And from the UK, it's a Lightning.
The blonde bombshell from Britain. 23, 5'7", 60 kilos. A gymnast since the age of 6, this Lightning strikes twice.
Over
over to our referee, Mike.
Here's our new referee, Mike Whitney. He's no stranger to an Ashes series.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready?
So here we go now with our first event of Hang Tough. It's Kerry up against Lightning, and away they go. This will be a great contest. Lightning has never had anyone pass her and get the 10 points on the ring in all her games of Hang Tough. Let's see if the Aussie girl can do it. Kerry now coming in towards the middle. Once she gets to the centre rings, she'll get 5 points. She's up to that now and past Lightning. Lightning struggling a little bit there. Just going up and down on the one spot, she strikes. Misses. Here goes Kerry. She's getting further away from Lightning. This could be 10 points to the Aussie. Away she goes. Another swing. She might do it. There it is. Kerry's got the 10. Lightning's defeated. Oh, Lightning, can you believe your eyes? Kerry just flashed past and got the 10.
Well, what an incredible effort. The crowd was going wild. 10 points, Kerry.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, crowd!
They were right behind you. Did that do it for you?
Yeah, I thought, gee, after that effort, I've got to do something good.
Well, you certainly managed to steer clear of her that time.
I'm very pleased to say that is the first time I've seen Lightning miss her prey.
Well, guess what?
For it.
Well, we're glad we were here for it too, because that was an incredible effort. Lightning, how many times have you played Hang Tough?
Oh, quite a few times actually, but this rig happens to be different to the one in England, and it's not an excuse.
Come on, no excuses here tonight.
No, it's not an excuse. I did try to get to grips up there, but it's a brand new challenge for me on this one. But she did very well indeed. We were going like this, and I just couldn't believe it. Well done.
I'm a Yorkshire born and bred lass. My parents originally started as PE teachers, so I guess I've got it in the genes to carry on the sporting tradition. I'm in the Ashes tonight because in the English series I attained the runner-up status and I got to the final.
Let's welcome to the rings, Karen. And she's up against our Australian champion, Blade. She's 29, 5'5", 62 kilos. Blade's the Australian National Aerobics champ.
Challenger, are you ready?
So here we go now with the second Hang Tough for the night.
Are you ready?
Blade, the Gladiator from Australia, up against Karen from Yorkshire in England. Away they go. They'll meet towards the middle unless Karen can traverse and get away from Blade. Good work by Kerry up against Lightning. Let's see if Karen's got that challenger determination also. As they come towards the middle, Blade stopped her from getting 5. Bad news for Karen. She went backwards. Blade's got her now. Even worse news. Look at Blade here, hanging on with one arm. Karen now actually trying to wrap her legs around Blade. But the strength of Blade, that upper body strength, holding on with one hand. Great work, Blade. Karen struggling. If Blade lets go and wraps her whole self around her, it's over. Blade's got Yorkshire pudding for tea. And you're certainly right there. Gladiators will never bite the dust. Well, this one especially. Blade, she's an expert on the rings. Looks like our challenger from England's hurt herself. Well, I hope she's okay to continue. In the meantime, let's watch it again on the replay. And as we see, Blade just fell on her. I think she's just winded. Yeah, she's okay. It reminds me that even the best of the athletes can get hurt with all the mats and protection. I tell you what, I wouldn't try this at home.
Well, are you all right, Karen?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just got a bit of a kick in my rib cage.
Nothing too serious?
I'll be all right.
You tried to hang on, didn't you?
I did, yeah. We had a bit of a tussle up there, but yeah, she got me in the end.
It looked like you were actually holding her leg. You were trying to hold her.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a defensive tactic, I suppose, to keep my legs a little bit higher than hers, but she got me fair and square.
Wow, good stuff, hey?
She's a great competitor, and it's horrible to see someone get hurt, but I wish her luck for the rest of the programme.
Yeah, we wish her luck too, Karen. But after 2 events, Kerry has 15 and Karen 10.
Well, the Brits are starting to fall behind, so now let's see if Phil can turn the tide for the UK in Hang Tough up against Taipan.
He's the Lord of the Rings, Taipan, 26, 6 foot, 105 kilos.
Challenger, are you ready?
Here's the first of our male Hang Tough events coming up.
Are you ready?
Phil from England up against the Gladiator from Australia, Taipan, and away they go on Mike Whitney's whistle. Phil now will try to get to the centre as quick as he can. Remember I told you a couple of weeks ago, Taipan said the first 20 seconds are the most important on the rings, and you can see why here, because Phil's got the advantage over Taipan. He's scooted away, he's only got one ring left, but Taipan backtracking, touches the platform. Could be a bad move, we'll see what the referees say about that. Taipan still hanging with one arm, trying to lunge. Phil not getting any closer. Taipan's just stuck there. The time's running out. This is going to be close. Phil's definitely got 5 points. Maybe he might get 10. He's trying to swing over that platform. There's the whistle. 5 points only. Taipan touches his own platform, hangs on for more than 10 seconds. What do you say about that, Mike?
The rule states that no competitor or no gladiator can move back and touch his own platform or use it to stop the opposition. We'll have to disqualify Taipan. So that's 10 points. 10 points.
10 points! Not the way you wanted it.
No, I didn't want it like that. I wanted to get across. What's the matter with these Aussies, eh? Listen, we're going to win, so you might as well get used to it, all right?
How do you feel about that?
Very disappointed. He did well to get his... well, he didn't do well to get his points, but hey, he got them.
Do you feel that you touched the platform yourself?
I did feel myself touch the platform, but I don't think it was a case of giving him full 10 points.
And the second of our male contenders, he's on maximum points of 10 from Australia. It's David. But unfortunately for him, he's going to be up against the man we all fear. Yes, it's the Wolfman.
He's not the biggest, but he's the baddest of the English gladiators. At 42 years old, he's the oldest gladiator. 6 foot, 90 kilos, stalking his prey, the big bad wolf.
Challenger, are you ready?
Well, David coming up against Wolfman.
Are you ready?
This man came to Australia with a huge reputation. I'm sure he's going to live up to it here. But I can tell you what, David's not afraid of the big bad wolf. As David now heads in towards the centre, trying to earn himself at least 5 points. Wolfman right there, lunge, will he get him first time around? David now set into a different course, and it's a good course for him. He's gone left. This is a good chance now for David to get around, but he's stuck on one ring. So is Wolf. Both Gladiator and Challenger trying to struggle to get another ring. David trying to get the momentum, but Wolf's got him. He's wrapped himself around him. Oh, he's cocky, this Wolf, man. David's let go and Wolf's down. Oh, the crowd love it. And so does David. But where's he going to go? He's got no rings left to get to the other side. He hasn't even got 5 points yet. Did you see that? Wolf threw his helmet at David. Disgusting effort there, Wolfman. David trying to go upside down. Any which way to get himself at least 5. He's not going to get there. Time runs out. Oh, disappointing here for David. Wolf's got him right here. And he's cocky, this guy. He huffs and he puffs. But in the end, he blows himself down.
David, you were just hanging around.
I couldn't quite make it to the red zone, but I felt just as good to watch the wolf fall to the ground. That was just as good as 10 points.
I bet it was. Wolfman, you fell off. You couldn't stay up there.
Hey, man. He was very lucky. Hey. I'm not a bad sport. I will shake his hand.
Oh, I think a red card.
Get off the arena. Get off.
You're bringing it on now.
Get off.
I've seen it all now. I've seen all the bad losers. That takes the cake.
Bad losers? That's an understatement, David. Can you believe this bloke? He's throwing things at the crowd and everything. Oh, what's this? this? He's grabbed the side. He's ripped up a side about David. Oh, go home. Go home, Wolf. Well, things are hotting up, but not David's score. Phil got 10 on the hang tough. Scores a level 10 apiece.
It's a race to the top if a gladiator doesn't make you drop. Next up, the wall, with Great Britain's Jet.
I'm Jet. My smile and my grace often belie my will to win.
The Ashes.
This is the rocky road to precious points. It's called
Both challengers go for the summit at the same time. First there gets 10 points.
Karen will be pursued by the Australian gladiator Delta, while Kerry will be trying to keep clear of the British gladiator Jet.
Jet's 5'6", 60 kilos and is built for speed. Delta, 5'7", 62 kilos. Look out, Karen.
Contenders, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators, you will go on Mike's whistle.
This is one of my favourite events, the wall. It's quick and thrilling, and here go the women. Karen on the left, Kerry on the right. They're going for extra points, give themselves some extra time in the Eliminator. Here come the Gladiators. Delta's going after Karen, Jet's going after Kerry. Jet's never been defeated on the wall before, but Kerry's turning on the afterburners. Delta's going straight after Karen also. She's got Karen off the wall now. Kerry's gone over the top, and Jet stalls. Nosedive. Without a parachute, that was dangerous, Jet. Great work here by Delta, getting Karen off the wall, but what about Kerry? Another 10 points.
Kerry, congratulations. You got those valuable points.
Yeah, aren't they just?
How does it feel to be up the top of the wall here?
This is the second time I've nailed the wall, and man, it's as good as the first. This is really good. I'm happy with that one.
Jet, you let her get away.
I wish I didn't just let her get away. It's a bit of a mean feat, but she was very quick, you've got to admit.
She certainly was. Now, Karen, you needed those 10 points.
I did try my hardest, but she was on my tail as soon as the whistle went. I know you're a uni student, but the walls are my best subject.
Well, with no luck on the wall, Karen is desperate for points. Kerry's 10 big ones puts her in front of the British challenger, 25-10.
Hi, I'm Phil. I'm pretty easygoing guy. When I was asked to come out here to Australia, I thought, great stuff. 2 weeks out in the sun, 3 competitions, that's if you get the final win, of course. And I was really looking forward to it.
And next up to climb that dreaded wall from the UK is Phil. And he's going to be chased by our Australian gladiator, CONDOR. And on the other side, it's David. And from the UK, it's the Hunter.
Hunter, 22, 6'3", 116 kilos of maximum muscle. Condor, 31, 6'2", and 96 kilos.
3, 2, 1.
And away we go now on the men's wall. Phil on the left, David on the right. Gladiators coming up very shortly. We'll have Condor chasing Phil. Hunter's going after David. And both these guys looking for those extra points to give them that bit of an advantage. This is a great wall climb by Hunter. He's got David off the wall. That's the end for David. Condor does the same to Phil. No points anywhere. Well, David gets up the wall quick, but Hunter's quicker. Gets David off the wall, no points, and Condor wasn't going to be left behind.
Well, Dave, not quite so quick getting up there as you were the pyramid.
No, I thought once I got over the first 5 seconds, but it was just too quick for me. And I slipped a little bit, but just too fast.
Hunter?
Yeah. Well, I had the engines rolling, John. I've been psyching up for a long time for this one. I just saw his shoelace hanging down, and that was my ticket to pull him up, I think. I couldn't believe it. I felt the first tap on the ankle, and I thought, good God, is he there already? And then he got me. Amazing. Good climb.
It's my mountain, and if you make any mistakes, I've got you.
Certainly did, Condor. No points to either challenger, so after the wall and 3 events, it's 10 points each.
Forget the London Bridge and forget the Sydney Harbour Bridge, because this is the big one. Coming up, Suspension Bridge and Rhino.
They call me Rhino because I was born to charge.
The Ashes.
Here it is, the ultimate games console, the Sony PlayStation, available for Christmas. More fury, more power, hammer anyone who stands in your way. All tonight's contestants will receive a fantastic PlayStation. And our runners-up in the final will receive a new Sony Super Trinitron television, the world's flattest screen, offering superb picture quality combined with Sony's renowned sound clarity. And they'll also receive a selection of CDs from Sony Music, including Rick Price's Tambourine Mountain.
In England, they call me Deadly Nightshade. I like a good fight. This is my favourite game.
The challengers would like to cross the other side of the bridge. In their way are gladiators from the other side of the world. This is
Suspension Bridge.
The challenger gets 10 points if they get past the gladiator and onto the platform.
And the first up to attempt to cross the bridge is Kerry. And she's going to be facing the Lady of the Night from the UK, Nightshade.
Nightshade's 34, 6 foot and 70 kilos. She's a first Dan black belt in Taekwondo.
Challenger, are you ready?
Well, she's as ready as she's ever going to be, Mike. This is Kerry's biggest challenge on the bridge. She's up against the deadly Nightshade. Nightshade charges right in at Kerry, a big hit first up. Oh, they've actually locked sticks here. This is interesting. Kerry can't get a good swing. Neither can Nightshade. Kerry now tries to get her off forward. Backwards she goes. 10 points to Kerry. Great work, Kerry. Kerry and Nightshade actually locks sticks here. Interesting to see because I think Kerry pushes her. Let's have a look at the referees conferring and let's get their adjudication.
My assistant referee, John Anderson, and the two assistant referees, we've all conferred and we've come to a ruling that Kerry has pushed Nightshade off the bridge.
Okay.
So we have to disqualify her.
Next up on suspension bridge, we have Karen from the UK, and she's up against the tremendous Storm.
She's 24, 5'5" and weighs 58 kilos. One thing's for sure, Storm's no fair weather friend.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready?
Big match up here now for Karen. If she can get 10 points, it'll be a great effort. Down she goes. Storm meets her in the middle, a bit hesitant to start, but away goes Storm. Whack, whack, bang, bang. Oh, it's all over. Storm's fallen, doesn't matter. Karen's gone right past her. Storm didn't go off. Interesting tactic, but it's legal and it works. Karen goes behind Storm, runs to the other end, gets 10 points.
Well, Karen, congratulations. That's one Storm that blew over very quickly.
Yeah, I knew she's a big girl and I knew I wasn't going to be able to hit her. I thought I'd use my cunning and just get past her. That's the name of the game, get to the other side.
Do you know how many points you got?
Hopefully 10.
You got yourself 10 points. Well done, Karen.
Karen really needed the 10 points on the bridge. Kerry got 0, so Kerry's got a 5-point lead going into the Eliminator. There can be no mistaking who's coming out now. It's Vulcan. The crowd love him. If Wolf reckons he's a bad man, Vulcan's out here to prove something different. Isn't Vulcan a dishwasher? Well, I'll tell you what, he's taken a few people to the cleaners.
Phil and David are both neck and neck on 10 points. So now, let's see if Phil can break away and earn himself some valuable points. The only thing stopping him is our resident bad boy, Vulcan.
Well, these stats tell you everything about Vulcan. The only thing they don't say is that he's mean.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready?
Well, Phil is ready for an introduction to the real world on the suspension bridge with Vulcan. Vulcan just casually walks down. Phil meets him in the middle, and here they go. I think I counted 7 seconds. Wouldn't have been much more. Couldn't have been much less.
Hey, get back home! Get out! Back to it! Don't touch me!
Phil doesn't get a chance to touch Vulcan. Vulcan was quick, and so was Phil to fall off the bridge. And from Vulcan's point of view, the same result. 3 hits, and you're out.
Well, Phil, not what you're used to. Not very good.
No, it wasn't very good, and actually, it was like, but the crowd liked this guy so much, I thought, well, I'll take a dive so he'll look good, you know what I mean?
Vulcan, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny. There was for Gladiator pride. Let me tell you something. That wolf is the disgrace.
In Great Britain, he's very, very popular.
Because of in Great Britain, fashionable, they've never seen me yet. By the time they see me, they will forget about that wolf man. This is my turf, this is Australia, this is my place. End of the interview.
Okay. And the last of our male contenders up is David. And from Great Britain, it's a Rhino.
Rhino, 25, 6 foot, 120 kilos. He's not endangered, he's dangerous.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready?
David's big chance now to earn some extra points on the bridge. Phil got nothing with Vulcan. Let's see what David can do with Rhino. Rhino charges straight in. A couple of big hits, and David's up there. Unbalanced, but he's charging Rhino now, pushing him. It's not allowed, David. Mike Whitney tells him that right now with one big hit. Rhino takes David off the bridge. Now I've seen everything. A dancing Rhino. Rhino does it easy. He took David off the bridge with one big scoop, and on Rhino Cam, what more can I say? David bites the dust.
So show us your leg muscles. I'm so impressed. Oh my Lord. That's incredible.
Don't ask me to do that.
No, I won't, David. Now, I saw you comparing sizes before. Yes, quite a comparison.
And while the boys compare sizes, we'll compare scores. Neither challenger scored on the bridge. Their tally remains the same. 10 points each going into the Eliminator.
So far, they've been taking on the Gladiators.
But now the challengers go head-to-head in the Eliminator. Coming next.
The Ashes.
The Harley-Davidson Sportster, 883 cc's of raw power. The Sportster combines traditional styling with modern-day technology to give a package second to none. When other forms of transport seem to be becoming mundane, step up to pure exhilaration and ride a Harley-Davidson. Thanks to Morgan and Wacker in Brisbane.
As the Australian challengers and the British challengers line up, national pride is really at stake.
Eliminator.
In England or Australia, it doesn't change. The Eliminator's a tough course.
Hey, now Karen, you love the Eliminator.
Yeah, I do like the Eliminator. It's the ultimate assault course, and I love going over assault courses.
Kerry, are you confident?
I'm as confident as I have been going into all of the other games, and they've gone well, so we'll see how we go with this one.
Kerry, Australia's counting on you. Karen, the UK is counting on you, and it's over to John Anderson.
Kerry, you will go on my whistle. Karen, you will go on Mike's whistle.
Well, here we go now, the first of the Eliminators for our Ashes Challenge. Australia versus England, and Kerry's going for Australia. 2.5 seconds in front of Kerry. Now, Kerry's a lot bigger and heavier. That may be to her disadvantage in the Eliminator, as Kerry's smaller and quicker. And up goes Kerry up the right climb. And look at Karen go. She's on what we call the monkey bars. The English call it the hand ladder. Call it what you like, but I call her about 6 seconds in front as she goes up to the cargo net. She's flying, Karen, from England. She is blitzing the Australian girl, Kerry. Kerry now coming quick, but it might not be fast enough. As we see Karen getting stuck in the net. No, she's not. She's up the top. Kerry on the outside. She's coming fast, but Karen's quicker. She's going down the flying fox. A good drop on it. There it is, straight on the mat. Kerry now, up the top of the cargo net. Karen onto the balance beam. Oh, look at her go. She's cool, calm. She's about to collect a win for England in the Ashes. Now, the Travelator is a lot faster than what we're used to in our normal series. And look at her trying to get up it. It's tough. It's hard. You can feel the lactic acid building up in her legs, but it doesn't bother her because she's through in a victory for England in the first elimination heat of the Ashes. Kerry coming up the Travelator now. She's really trying her hardest. Oh, but she hasn't got much left in reserve. Here she goes again. She'll steady herself. She'll take herself up like the champion she is, because Kerry, all she wanted to do was represent Australia, and she's going to do that and finish at all costs. That's what Australian sport's all about, folks. Whether you're watching it here or overseas, it doesn't matter. Kerry's a champion, even though she's come through second. It
don't matter to me.
Well done. What a fight. Karen, you were fantastic.
Yeah, I caught it very early on. That travel out, I had some problems. Really had to grit my teeth and dig in.
And might I say, I can tell you're a gymnast.
Thank you.
Kerry, where did you have the most problems?
Just didn't run hard enough, that's it.
She was very, very quick, wasn't she?
Yeah, I mean, you play all the games, you do well. It means nothing. You come down here, you've got all these obstacles. You've got to run hard. Someone ran harder than someone else.
She certainly did. Well, let me tell you, you've done Great Britain proud tonight. Well done. You've got through the first heat. Now you're into the final. Wow. This is for you, the winner. Is it heavy enough? And Kerry, a great performance and a fantastic challenger. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Kerry and Karen.
Okay, Phil from Great Britain, David from Australia. You both got 10 points, so there's no head start for anybody. How do you think you're going to do, Phil?
It's hard to say, John. I mean, there's 8 different pieces out there. You got the beams, you got the ropes, you got the cargo net. Just one mistake on any of them, and it's anybody's. We're that close, you know?
Is there any part of the eliminator that you're actually worried about?
Well, by the time you get to the travelator, your legs are pumping. You know, they really are. So let's just hope we've got enough steam left. That's all I can say.
Okay. Dave, any part of the dreaded eliminator that you're worried about?
Yeah, as what Phil said. I mean, there's 8 different pieces of apparatus, and that travelator's spinning at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and your legs are like jelly at the end of it. So you just got to keep pump, and hope you get to the top.
Okay, Phil, we wish you all the best. Dave, we wish you all the best. Let's go over to our referee, Mike Whitney.
Phil and David, you will both go on my whistle. Challengers, are you ready? 3, 2,
So England go 1-0 up in the Ashes final. Both these guys going together. I haven't seen this before. This is going to be exciting stuff as they come out of the hurdle, still locked together. The rope climb next. Oh, there is not 0.1 of a second between these two as they go up now to the grinder, the hand bike we call it. Here they go. You haven't seen this before in Australia, folks. This takes a lot out of your upper body. Now they're going to run across the rolling logs and climb up the cargo net. Phil's just in front, but David's right behind him. Up he goes. David, the Spider-Man from Sydney. Look at him fly up on the outside. He's got to the top, and David's hit the lead. He's onto the flying fox. Nearly slipped there. Could have been a disastrous fall. And David now comes down. Phil right behind him. David has a tumble. He comes up to the balance beam. Phil still coming quick, but David balances himself nicely. Runs off. This travelator's even faster for the guys. Can David get up there? Yes, he does. Scampers through, and the Aussies level it. 1 each. Now in the elimination series. Oh, Phil couldn't get up there just like Kerry. And I'm going to pump him up too. This guy's been a great challenger. He was level with David at the end of the heat. And now he's level in championship status. But David goes through to the final.
Dave, congratulations. You are in our final.
Thank you, Mum. Thanks, Australia.
Pretty good time as well. 1 minute, 5 seconds.
Nah, I know I can do better. I've got to do better.
When was it where you think you actually caught Phil up? Was it the cargo net? That's where I think it was.
Definitely the cargo net. I took a bit of time on those, on the spinning barrels. Didn't want to make a mistake and on the cargo net.
Phil, unlucky. I think you thought you had him there.
Yeah. Of course, when we hit the cargo net, I thought, fine, you know, here we go. But a couple of loose mistakes with my feet, basically. And that was it. I felt him going past me. Really made a mess of that. And then, of course, well, I don't really want to talk about it, actually, John. It was awful.
Congratulations, Phil. Well done.
Thanks, John.
And the winner's medal here for you, David. And we will see you in the final. Well done.
Well, David and Karen go through to the final. 4 more challenges next week. And look at David. He's full of jumping beans, but don't take anything away from Phil or Kerry. They're top-class athletes.
Well, Karen from the UK and David from Australia will be going into the Ashes final, and that will be something you won't want to miss.
Oh, you're right there, Kimberly. It has been a very, very exciting show. And we'll see you all next week.
Good night.